Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media.
Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. Today's episode takes us to the Tatra Range in the Carpathian Mountains in north-central Slovakia. Liptovsky Mikulis on the Val River is a picturesque town of around 30,000 people. It lies to the east of Liptovská Mora and hosts the largest ski resort in Slovakia, known as Jasna. Being the playground of Europe's rich and famous is great and all, but the growing population of brown bears has become quite an issue for residents and visitors. The town lies at about 1,700 feet in elevation, but the peaks surrounding it are around 7,000 feet high. The climate here is a continental climate, with warm summers and cold, snowy winters. The forests are European beech, silver fir, Norway spruce, and sycamore trees. Beneath the forest canopy, dense bushes of raspberry, blueberries, and mountain blackberries make berry picking easy. The large wildlife in the forests includes wild boar, Tatra chamois, roe deer, and red deer. The predators that stalk them include lynx, wolves, and brown bears. Only recently have the residents begun to have a problem with the bears. By the year 2015, bear attacks began slowly increasing, as well as other significant incidents. The brown bears were back, and the abundant forage of mushrooms, berries, and game, aided by the protective policies, had their population booming. On Wednesday, 16th, 2021, a 57-year-old man was picking berries near the Bansko Valley. When he didn't return on time, a search party was sent out to locate him. At his age, a sudden heart attack could have easily incapacitated or killed him. But what the searchers found was much more disturbing. While pushing their way through the undergrowth, the searchers discovered the elderly man's body. He was dead, and around his body were fresh brown bear tracks. The injuries to his body told the tale, as gashes and puncture wounds could be seen on his hip, neck, and hand. His body was recovered, and his nearest of kin were notified of his demise. Over the next few years, there were various reports of bears appearing where they shouldn't be, like town garbage bins or running through city parks, but nothing significant was observed. But on March 15, 2024, everything changed. A 31-year-old Belorussian woman, whom we refer to as Julie, was walking in the forest with her 29-year-old hiking companion, whom we will call Yuri. As they hiked along the densely forested Demanovska Valley, a large brown bear burst from cover a few yards from them. The ambush was so sudden and unexpected that Yuri ran one way and Julie ran the opposite direction, with neither knowing the path of the other. After running several yards, Yuri glanced back to see the bear pursuing Julie. Screaming in terror, she disappeared into the brush, followed closely by the angry brown bear. Yuri searched for a few moments, but knew the bear could still be in the area. Finding no evidence of Julie, he immediately left to get help. Upon being notified of the bear attack, wildlife and police officers were mobilized and searched the mountainside with drones and bloodhounds. Following the dogs, the search team found Julie's body at the bottom of a steep ravine. Believing she'd been killed by the bear initially, authorities soon found out that she'd passed away due to injuries from a fall. There was no doubt that she would not have fallen from the cliff if she had not been chased there by the bear, and this convinced authorities that they had a problem bear on their hands. Only 2 days later, on March 17, 2024, the town of Liptovsky Mikulis was bustling with its normal horde of tourists and vendors. People were walking with their children and hustling their way home from the market when a large brown bear began running down a busy road in the middle of town. Having never seen this sight before, many residents were perplexed. Many froze in place, while others ran for their vehicles or nearby storefronts. Video footage of the unusual sight is posted on our Patreon link below, so log in there if you'd like to see it, as it may not pass YouTube guidelines. Bounding down the street as quickly as any car, and as effortlessly as a galloping horse, the brown bear seemed confused with so many targets. It would chase one person only to turn and pursue another. A 49-year-old woman was one of the victims who couldn't seem to shake the attention of the brown bear. She was caught and mauled for several seconds before another passerby drew the bear's attention. A 72-year-old man was trying to get inside of a building when the bear bore down on him. It knocked him down and swatted him as it bit him repeatedly before continuing bounding down the roadway. The brown bear wasn't done with its terror of the people of Liptovsky Mikulis yet. As it dashed down the road, it ran past several people taking shelter in their vehicles who were filming it with their cell phones. Many people had made it to shelter, but there was a few who didn't. While continuing down the road, the bear would pull down 2 more adults in rapid and savage attacks. As soon as it spotted someone else, it would dash toward them until they jumped into their cars or took shelter in a building. A 10-year-old girl couldn't quite make it inside before being run down by the angry and confused brown bear, though. Fortunately for her, the bear swatted her and clawed her, leaving her with bruises and slashes. She was left with minor injuries compared to those the other attack victims received. The authorities were still left in a buzz by the prior bear attack and were not slow in reacting. They immediately launched drones with specialized biometric cameras and collected video footage of the bear. High-resolution photographs taken by the drones delivered detailed images to compare to bears found in the area. It was clear they were going to be sure to rid the town of this problem bear. A total of 6 armed patrols were released on the town streets to find and kill the bear. After examining the photos of the bear, they located it on the edge of town and killed it. A necropsy showed the bear was likely a 3-year-old male and weighed about 200 pounds. Judging by the size of the bear in the video, it looks much larger than 200 pounds to me, at least closer to 300 pounds. Slovakia is home to 1,275 to 2,700 brown bears, depending on which reporting agency you trust more. As with most controversial things, bear culling has been tossed into the political arena there, with conservatives recommending a management plan that allows culling, and more liberal political members recommending a laissez-faire approach. As a compromise, the governments of Slovakia and Romania have petitioned the EU for reclassification of brown bears to allow selective culling. After reviewing the facts surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions for you. Do you think bears in Slovakia are becoming too used to people? Should hazing measures be taken by municipal governments to keep them away from people? Was it the same bear that chased Julie and Yuri that mauled 5 people in town? I will gladly read a reply to your thoughts, so please post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it.
Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We've slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.